You know, every once in a while in sports, you witness a performance that's so out of left field, so completely dominant, it feels like something you'd see in a video game. Today, we're going to break down one of those nights, a story about a massive underdog, a freshman who caught fire, and a game that went down in history. So how in the world does a freshman guard playing on the road against a top 5 team in the country decide to just put the entire team on his back and pull off an upset for the ages? Well, let's get right into it. To really get how special this night was, you first have to understand the massive mountain they were about to climb. On January 24th, 2026, the Fighting Illinois were basically walking straight into the lion's den. I mean, just look at this matchup on paper. You've got number 11 Illinois traveling to play number 4 Purdue. Playing a rival on their home court is tough enough, but when they're ranked that much higher, the odds were just completely stacked against them from the get-go. But it gets worse. It wasn't just about the rankings. Illinois wasn't even playing with a full deck. They were missing their reserve center, and, this is a big one, they were without their key guard Kyle Boswell, who was averaging over 14 points a game because of a fractured hand. So this isn't just an underdog story. We're talking about a seriously shorthanded team facing what looked like an impossible task. But you know, sometimes that kind of adversity just opens the door for someone to do something incredible. And on this particular night, that someone was a freshman named Keaton Wagler. And what he was about to do? Well, it was just unbelievable. Okay, I want you to really let that sink in for a second. He didn't score some of the first points. He scored all of them. The first 14 points for the entire Illinois team came from this one kid. From the opening tip, he was single-handedly keeping them afloat. And look at this. By the end of the first half, Illinois had 39 points on the board. 24 of those belonged to Wagler. He literally scored more points by himself than the rest of his teammates put together. This wasn't just a hot start, folks. This was a hostile takeover of the game. So just for a little context here, when we talk about a player's career high, we're talking about the best single statistical game they've ever had. And for this freshman, well, this incredible first half was just the beginning. 46. That was the final number, 46 points. That is a mind-boggling number for any player at any level. But for a freshman, on the road, in a game this huge, it's practically unheard of. So how did he rack up 46 points? Well, a big part of it was his performance from three-point land. He hit an incredible 9 three-pointers. And get this, he only took 11 of them. Going 9 for 11 from deep is just absolutely lights-out shooting. That's the kind of thing that just breaks an opponent's spirit. And of course, when Purdue had no choice but to start fouling him, he was nearly perfect from the free throw line too. He was scoring from literally everywhere, and Purdue had absolutely no answer for him. Now, you'd think with a guy dropping 46 points, it must have been a blowout win, right? Wrong. In fact, despite Wagler's unbelievable performance, Purdue clawed their way back, and this game came down to the final, nail-biting, heart-pounding minute of play. So, here's how it all went down in those last 45 seconds. Purdue's Braden Smith drains a huge 3 to cut the lead to just 2 points. The pressure is on. Illinois desperately needs a score. Who do they go to? Keaton Wagler, of course. He hits a clutch jumper to push the lead back to 4. But Purdue doesn't quit. Smith gets fouled and makes both free throws. It's a 2-point game again. With 9 seconds left, who is at the free throw line with the game in his hands? The freshman. And he calmly sinks them both. A final turnover by Purdue, and that was it. The upset was complete. And just like that, the impossible became a reality. The short-handed underdogs, led by a freshman having the game of his life, had actually done it. And there you see it on the final scoreboard. Number 11 Illinois marches into Purdue's gym and walks away with an 88-82 win. A victory that will be talked about for years, all thanks to one of the greatest individual performances you'll ever see in college hoops. So if you look at the box score, how did this happen? Obviously, Wagler's 46 points just pop off the page. But check out this other key stat: team three-pointers. As a team, Illinois hit 18 threes, more than double what Purdue managed. It was an absolute downpour from behind the arc, with Wagler leading the charge. This final stat line from the Associated Press really puts the whole thing in perspective. He shot 13 for 17 from the field. That means to score his 46 points, he only missed 4 shots the entire game. It's a stat line that honestly doesn't even look real. It was pure efficiency, pure clutch, and just purely historic. So what's the big takeaway here? A great game can win you the night. But a performance like this one, under these circumstances, That's the kind of thing that builds a legend. And it leaves us all with one last question to think about. At what point does a single great game stop being just a great game and start becoming a legacy?